Once upon a time, in a kingdom full of lush fields and tall mountains, there lived a king named Midas. King Midas had everything a king could possibly desire: treasures, jewels, and gold beyond measure. Yet he was never satisfied. No matter how much gold he had, he always wanted more. One day, as he sat in his grand treasure room, surrounded by piles of gold coins, Midas sighed. "I have so much gold," he murmured, "but it's still not enough. If only everything I touched could turn into gold." Suddenly, a soft glow filled the room, and a wise Greek god appeared before King Midas. The god had a calm smile and a warm glow around him. "King Midas," the god said, "I've heard your wish. Because of your good deeds, I'll grant you one special gift. What do you desire most?" King Midas's eyes sparkled. Without hesitation, he said, "I wish that everything I touch will turn to gold." The Greek god nodded and raised his hand. "Your wish is granted, but remember, sometimes wishes bring unexpected surprises." With that, the Greek god vanished, leaving behind a soft light. Midas could hardly contain his excitement. He rushed outside to test his new power, touching everything in sight. He touched a flower, and poof, it turned to gold. He touched a tree, and it became solid gold. His laughter echoed through the garden. "This is amazing," Midas cheered. "Now I have all the gold I could ever need." But soon Midas began to feel a strange sensation in his stomach. He was hungry. Midas hurried back to his palace, eager to eat a delicious meal. But when he touched the bread, it turned into gold. When he reached for a glass of water, it too became gold. Nothing he touched could be eaten. He could only look at it sadly. "What have I done?" Midas whispered in despair. "I wanted gold, but now I can't eat anything. I can't even drink. This gift has become a curse." Just then, his beloved daughter Marigold ran into the room, smiling brightly. She rushed to her father, but when Midas reached out to hug her, she too turned into a golden statue. Midas gasped and stepped back, horror flooding his heart. "No, Marigold, my daughter," he cried. "What have I done? I wanted more gold, but now I've lost the one thing that mattered most." Tears welled up in his. The Greek god appeared once again, his face full of kindness and understanding. "King Midas," he said gently, "you have learned an important lesson. Gold cannot replace love, family, or happiness. You must now decide what matters most to you. Will you keep your golden touch, or will you choose to return to what truly brings joy?" Midas looked at his daughter, still frozen in gold, and felt a deep sadness in his heart. "I choose love," he said softly. "Please take back the golden touch. I want my daughter back. I want to be happy with what I have." Eyes as he held the cold golden statue of his daughter in his arms. His heart broke as he realized the terrible price of his greed. The Greek god smiled warmly. "You have made a wise choice, King Midas." With a wave of his hand, the golden touch disappeared, and the statue of Marigold began to shimmer. Slowly, she returned to her true form. "Father?" Marigold said, her voice full of wonder. "I'm back." Midas embraced her tightly, overwhelmed with joy. "Oh, Marigold, I'll never take what I have for granted again." From that day on, King Midas understood that gold could never bring the happiness that love, kindness, and family could. He promised never again to let greed take over his heart. As Midas and Marigold walked together through the garden, Midas looked at his daughter with a smile and said, "Gold may shine, but it's love and family that truly make life sparkle." And so, King Midas learned that true happiness comes from the heart, not from riches. He was finally content, knowing that the greatest treasure of all was the love of those he held dear.